A little bit misleading, and her opponent today, Yaroslava Shvedova, has seen much better times and is still hoping at the age of 33 for a comeback at least into the top 100, possibly top 64 or so, and showed a gutsy performance 2 days ago in the first round to earn this clash against Ashleigh Barty. My name's Tim White. With me today is Anna Smith here on Pietrangeli Court, and it might as well be centre court today. Looking at our lineup, two fantastic matches to start us off. The world #1 and then the #2 seed here, Naomi Osaka, following this one. But let's first get Anna's thoughts on Barty against Shvedova, who celebrated her 25th birthday just over a couple of weeks ago. 11 titles now, as you can see. It's the first meeting for these two on tour level. And the good news from Rome for all of us is that the weather is set fair. Had a shower early this morning, but the chances of further shower are receding, and we should be okay until at least mid-afternoon. There's a possibility of another shower, but the weather now a lot better than it was yesterday. For those of you who are with us, Anna and myself had a long evening, 3-hour delay before the last match went on court.
First service.
Going big down the middle, that could be a good tactic that she uses. Looking very small weaknesses.
And maybe that cross-court forehand.
Maybe. I'm sure she's...
What a winner that is on the...
those tram lines and hit into the open space.
So here's an opportunity, and here's some food for thought for the world #1 break point. And she's got the break. It was a really good return. It was so low over the net and forced Barty to try to take it early.
Forced it a little bit wide.
The slight advantages that she's already played once this week at this lower altitude on this surface, Shvedova, whereas it's the first match of the tournament for the world #1. Another fairly easy point. That's called the common first serve. Well played from Barty. Got a weakness on her second serve. Barty picks her off in the end. Just from Shvedova then. It was a let, it was a first serve, and she seemed to throw a second serve in.
She did. It looked like she was Just trying to mix up.
She did everything right. She'd have won that point earlier, wouldn't she, on a hard quarter on ground.
Nice on the forehand, but somehow showed great court coverage to turn it around.
Vantaggio Shvedova.
Just a few more bounces. Got the point, she's got the game. Well, it was a struggle, and I'm sure it will continue to be, but the signs are very good so far.
Quindici pari.
Contest.
Moving away from Shvedova, nothing she could do about that.
Answer after the point, Anna, but thoughts on the strapping that Ash has got on her upper thigh?
40-15.
Hopefully it's just precautionary, it won't affect her.
First ace of the match, that one. Thought that was the second as well, but just wide of the centre line. She's hanging around there.
40-30.
Something that maybe Shvedova can look to use, especially if she's attacking that second serve, going deep into the Barty backhand when she likes to try and hit the slide.
Biennale d'Italia. And the first appearance of the top seed, Ashleigh Barty, who's got early problems here, nowhere near top gear, maybe about to ease through them, but a break behind. Shvedova serving 2-1 opening set. In Doha in 2020.
(40-15). 40-15.
2 points then to consolidate the earlier break. Her only other victory on tour this year, apart from in the first round, was signs that she's getting her radar working though. Just missed by a fraction. Oh dear. Not the best ball toss there.
30-15.
Was able to lean into that and use her height to her advantage and just rip that for a winner.
Almost so late, it's so difficult to know which side of the court she's going to play it to. Her disguise is really good. Well,
I think she did.
Probably another one that Ash should have caught there as well. The ball was moving away from her. Second serve, Deuce. Oh, she's a little unlucky there. It was a decent second serve.
Vantaggio Barty.
Out here for her, really look to go after the second serve of Barty. She's had a lot of success already so far.
The serve was too good again. And a couple of decent serves gives her the game and keeps her in touch. And so the change of ends comes with Shvedova still leading with a break. Number one finds herself at a breakdown against a player nominally ranked outside the top 650. To this point, you think 2 hour 30-minute game in the first round would have any effect? It was 2 days ago, but 33 years of age, not with much court time under her belt.
And as she had a day off yesterday, I'm sure she'll be in top condition for this one, and she's showing that already.
That was well played. Showed patience, did. A high kicking second serve does the job. We've had over half an hour, I think, on court now, and I guess quite a few.
That it just crept along, but it clipped the line.
Try to do too much, try to be too clever. She'd come up with a brilliant return, finding real depth.
Getting out hit in the rallies, but Barty just doesn't quite know what to do, and she's not quite finding the range on that forehand.
13 unforced errors in a single set, and still quite a way to go. Not too often we've seen that against Barty's name this season or for the past 3 seasons. Textbook play from Shvedova. It's another break point.
Vantaggio Shvedova.
You knew it was right on the line.
It's one of those wishful thinking. You pray that if you go and look at it, it might will it out, but another great serve to get herself out of trouble.
3 aces in the game.
Struggling, but seems to be finding her range on that first serve.
That first serve.
Still not the best body language, is it, from Ashleigh Barty? That's a waste.
Barty.
So for the first time in the match, Barty is ahead.
Barty conduce.
Hands back the ball.
Giochi a 4.
And having been a breakdown for most of the first set, when it really matters. Set points now for the world number one. And there is the opening set. Well, it was a struggle, but she got there in the end. 6-4.
6 giochi a 4, 6 games to 4.
It'll be tough for Shvedova now, particularly having had that early advantage and seen it disappear. 4 successive games to the world number one. And after had a chance, Anna.
She did. She did exactly what you said. She just didn't quite time it. Just kicked up out of her strike zone, which meant that Barty had a pretty routine forehand and got Shvedova on the run. She couldn't quite get the ball back in the court.
Fault.
Done that. It was there to be hit, but not like that.
Exactly. She has just done a few too many of those in these last couple of returning games. You can see what she's trying to do, but
is that
just not finding the range.
Or?
Yeah, I think it is. I think she's just forcing it a little bit too much, because she's got to do more than she needs to.
Barty.
Got out of a difficult situation again. First break point she's faced since the opening game of the match when Shvedova did break.
30-40.
Guess there's a lot of pressure on Shvedova herself as well at the age she is, with the special ranking, the protected ranking that she has. If she doesn't do well this season, it will be difficult. And there's a break at the start of the set.
I think
she's going to be a little bit annoyed that she just can't quite put a run together.
Double fault to concede the game. Can you believe it? Just when you think it's going to be done and dusted. Barty's not really done anything special. Nothing like the form she was showing last week or in Australia. It was asking to be hit, and that is the break back. 3-1 now. Brilliant from Ashleigh Barty. She mixed it up. She gets the break. 5 successive breaks of serve in favour of the Australian, and she's on the brink of yet another. Well, rather a tame end after what had gone before, but it is a regulation victory in the end for the world #1. Probably the scoreline that most people expected, but I think